Good day. I'm your host, Rachel Dea. I help teens be motivated and positive in life. In this channel, we're going to talk about life, and I'm here to help you grow and change your mindset into positive. If you have a minute, share this in your stories and tag me, or share this with your friends. I would love to know how it helped you in your life journey. You may follow me on Instagram at allaboutchubby. Enjoy this episode.
Hey there, welcome to Laugh Talk. I hope you're having a wonderful day. So for this week's episode, we are going to talk about something that is so important, and that is knowing your identity. Now before we start, let me first ask you a question. Do you really know who you are? Now you may share this question with your friend by your side, a co-worker, so you may share your answers to each other. Good morning. So based on my question just a few seconds ago, do you really know who you are? Now, of course, I asked this because this is something to do with the topic for this week. But first, what is identity? Identity is the characteristics determining who or what a person or thing is. And in our current generation, we tend to get lost in our lives, right? In this generation, we are living in technology. That means every single day, we are living with our gadgets. And since everything now is on the internet, we think that somebody out there might help us with something. We base from researchers on the internet, friends on the internet, and even consultations on the internet. Just one tap and you can find your answers that you are looking for. Or you can even find consultants that might help you. That's the power of technology. And yes, it might help you a little bit. To tell you honestly, not everything is on the internet. Yes, you may see a website or a consultant, but it will not surely help you because sometimes what's real is something you can't see. What do I mean by that? Whenever we are down, depressed, stressed, or any negative things that is relevant to mental illness, some of us will try to reach out with consultants from the internet. How can I say so? Because I've been there. I had a psychologist back then from Ateneo de Manila. But before that, I did a lot of research first, and that's the time I met Rachel Ramos, a mental health consultant. We talked via email. That every time I'm having a breakdown, I'll email her just to help me cope with my problem. But to tell you honestly, both of them did not help me fully. Yes, there are a lot of things that I've learned from them, but they are not the ones who would surely help me. So I want you to realize that if you don't know who you are anymore, I want you to realize that only God can help you. No other than God. Why? Because He was the one who created you. He knows every single part of you. So if you don't know who you are anymore, reach out to Him, the one who created you, because you came from Him. We all came from Him. Now, going back with what I've said a while ago, sometimes what's real is something you can't see. That means having a relationship with God. Yes, you may have a relationship between your psychologist or any mental health consultant, but it will not help you fully. And that's the truth. Having a relationship with God will surely help you because you will feel it. You will feel that it's real even though you cannot see God. And definitely feel His love and His presence. And another thing, sometimes we feel pressured because of the expectations we get from others, right? Most especially for teens like us. And whenever we failed or we did not meet their expectations, we feel worthless, useless, right? So the tendency of it is we set our own identity. What do I mean by that? We talk to ourselves negatively, that we are incapable of doing things, something like that. And I want you to realize that it's not good and it will never be good. Because it's not good to set our own identity. Because only God can set your own identity. You will only find your own identity through Him. You are a child of Him. You are His and He is yours. Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 4-5. The word of the Lord came to me saying, Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. I appointed you as a prophet to the nations. Only God truly knows who you are. So stop looking for the people around you, because they cannot help you always. God is always there by your side. You just need to reach out to Him and draw yourself closer to Him. Setting your own identity will never be good, because in reality, whenever we are not okay, We make decisions based on our current emotions, and that's what I've said in my previous episode, right? So as I end this, I want you to reflect and start reaching out to Him. Always know that God was the one who created you. So stop focusing on what others have said to you. You know, that kind of identity they are giving to you. Or let's say judgment, you know, that you were ugly, you're worthless, and so on and so forth, right? Because I want you to just focus with the identity that God has given you.
That's it for this week, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode and I hope you have learned something new. Make sure to share this with your friends so that they can also learn from what you have learned from this episode. And please do remember that you can also download this episode in all my podcast platforms. The links are down below so you can listen to it wherever you want or whenever you want, even if you're jogging, walking in the street, driving, running, or whatever you are doing in life. What are you waiting for? Hit the download button beside this episode in all my podcast platforms. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a great day and love you. Aww.